All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's Level Up Your Life and Your Health with LifeVantage. My name is Lisa Panton. I'm what we call an elite Pro 8 distributor with LifeVantage. I have been a full-time LifeVantage distributor since 2016. It must be 5 years now. Wow, how the time flies. I'm based in Huddersfield in West Yorkshire in the UK. I'm a mom of 3. And before LifeVantage, I had a pretty normal life that most people can relate to. I was a corporate mom. So I was juggling a very busy corporate career and being a parent at the same time. And looking in on my life, most people would have thought I lived a very normal life like everybody else. A good job. I had a corporate career, healthcare, pension, company car. But the reality of that was that there was no time in my life outside of my job and being a parent. And there was no money left at the end of the month. I mean, my eldest 2 children were both in full-time childcare from 3 months old. I used to drop them off at 7 a.m. before school club, pick them up at 6 p.m. every single day for the whole entire time of them being at school. And I missed out on so much trying to have that career and being a parent at the same time. I was unable to go to Christmas concerts. I had to sometimes be in convention when things like that were going on. I missed out on the school trips and even taking my children to the door to drop them off with their teacher of a morning. And in terms of finances, we did okay. We paid the bills, but at the end of the month, there was never a lot of money left. I remember one time our boiler breaking down in a really cold bank holiday weekend. And I remember having to replace it for a boiler that wasn't even sufficient to be able to manage the capacity of our house because it's what we could afford. And I had to put the payment, I think it was nearly £900 back then, on a 5-year payment plan because there was no emergency funds in the budget to be able to pay for £900 for anything out the blue back then. And they didn't accept credit cards. Anything we did do out of the norm would be put on a credit card. We were constantly living outside of our means and chasing my tail to be able to keep up with paying off credit cards for small holidays and things like that. So one thing that I was somebody that was an incredibly hard worker. I'd done very well in my career, and I was determined that if I could find the right idea or the right business, and I could work as hard for myself as I had for other people over the years, that I knew that I could be successful. But I could never find the vehicle or the idea to be able to do that. And you know, when I came across LifeVantage, a lot of that changed for me. And I am excited to be able to be here and now be able to share with you guys how you can do that. I've literally gone to earn 3 times more than I used to do in my career on an annual basis. And I have my 3rd child now, has never been to childcare for a day in his life. He's 8 years old. I've been in this industry for 8 years. He's actually homeschooled and has been for the last nearly 1.5 years now. And so things are very different. Thank you to this business. And so that's why I'm so passionate to share it with others, because so many people are living that life. They're living not enough money till the end of the month, paycheck to paycheck. And I'm excited to help some of you guys find the vehicle to help give you a break. So let's move on. Before I do this presentation, I want to give you a little disclosure. And basically what this disclosure is saying is that you can't just join LifeVantage and expect things to fall in your lap. LifeVantage opportunity is not something you probably want to do as a hobby. If you want to do that, I suggest that you become one of our customers and use the customer referral program to get some discounts on your own product. The opportunity side of LifeVantage is a business, and you get out of the business what you put in, and it does take work, diligence, and effort on your part to be successful with LifeVantage. So before we talk about leveling up your life, I want to talk to you about taking control of your health with LifeVantage. And I want to talk to you about our key product, who we are. And before we do that, I want to take you back to where we came from as a company, what makes us unique and so special and why the people that are a part of this community are so passionate about it. It all started, believe it or not, way back in the late 1960s, 1969, if I'm not mistaken. The gentleman that you see in the bottom half of this screen with the gold coin next to him was a scientist, and he discovered an enzyme in your body that is now known to be one of the most important anti-aging enzymes that your body produces. He found out between 40 years of his life's work after finding this enzyme. He started researching where it came from, how it was produced, when it declined, how do you switch it back on to fight the aging process? And out of 40 years of this man's life's work, by the way, he was awarded the Elliott Cresson Award for the discovery of SOD, superoxide dismutase, if you have to know it in full. That molecule, that enzyme, is now mentioned in over 80,000 peer-reviewed published clinical studies. It is highly used in many anti-aging products, which is questionable because using it as opposed to your body making it are two different things. But his life's work led him to the development of our little yellow activator, Protandim Nrf2. And it was originally designed way ahead of time in 2003. This is probably 20 years ahead of anybody really knowing or understanding the science behind this and what happens. It was originally available in retail, this particular supplement. And by the way, we're going to tell you what it is, how it works here, everything in just a moment. But I want to tell you about its history first. It was originally available in retail, and it turned over about 3 million in sales a year through national US sales, which is nothing. But in 2005, there was an investigative report on the US ABC primetime investigative reports program. Now, if you've never heard of this, because you're not from the US, like many people, ABC primetime is a little bit like Watchdog. They're really trying to dish the dirt, you know, unveil the something that is not what it seems. And they were quite surprised. They came to the laboratory of the creator of the product because they'd heard about what it does. And they asked them, they gave them 18 days to say, we would like to do a live clinical trial of your product on TV. And most people would run for the hills. The creator of the product says, let's do it. He knew exactly what was going to happen when they tested the product because he'd done it over and over and over again. He's a scientist, he's a researcher. This wasn't based upon, you know, a marketing spin. This was based on hard science. So they sent the reporter that you see in the television screen, John Quinones, who's very famous for ABC primetime reports and other programs, into the laboratory. They drew his blood. They measured something called oxidative stress, which I'm going to explain to you here in depth in a moment. And they gave him one single tablet of Protandim Nrf2 to take away with him and take every day for 2 weeks, which he did. He went back 2 weeks later. They measured his oxidative stress levels again. His oxidative stress levels had reduced by 45% in 2 weeks. And his oxidative stress was actually reading what you would expect to see in a young child. And so I'm going to explain what that means to you in a minute. But that is where things really turned around for this company. At that point, the product was taken out of retail because they realized after this program sold the story of the product and what it did and how it worked, they realized that they weren't able to do that through a retail shelf. They weren't able to do it because of many restrictions with health products in an infomercial, and they weren't able to educate the shop staff to be able to explain exactly what happens with this product and how it affects people. So in 2009, LifeVantage was born. It is a publicly traded company, traded on the NASDAQ, and it's taken the network marketing industry has taken this product from doing 3 million a year in sales through retail to being $250 million in sales a year company. Universities and medical service centers all over the US, after this TV program aired, started to reach out to the creator of Protandim and asking them, we would like to study what happens if you take Nrf2 activation and how does it affect this and how does it work in this scenario, because it is the only, and still to this day, today, years later, it is the only Nrf2 activator in the whole world that is clinically proven to do what it does. And it was the only way for them to get their hands on a way to activate these pathways in the body and see what the positive results were. Woo! How exciting is that? So I watched this ABC primetime video myself when a friend of mine in the US shared the product with me. I watched that and my head started spinning. I said, if one single part of what they're saying about what this product does is true, this is incredible. So let me share with you what that product does before we talk a little bit about the opportunity of LifeVantage. So the problem that we solve with our product is the problem of oxidative stress. Now, oxidative stress is a natural byproduct of aging. If you look to the right-hand side, in early life, you have very low levels of oxidative stress. And that is because your body creates natural enzymes that neutralizes the things that cause it, free radicals. Every time you breathe oxygen, every time you eat food, your body creates trillions of them. And they're very, very, very damaging to cellular health. However, when you are young, there is enough enzymes in your body to counteract the effect of them. But about the age of 20 to 25, the gene, your survival gene that creates the enzymes to be produced, starts to down-regulate. When it down-regulates, the production of these enzymes, like superoxide dismutase that scientists discovered back in 1969, and catalase and glutathione, they go into decline. With that goes into the decline of cellular health in your body. And so as you get older, your oxidative stress levels get higher and your cellular health gets weaker. And it sees the onset of many different conditions start to appear in your body. This process is accelerated by different foods that we eat, whether you eat healthy, whether you eat rubbish, the water we drink, even the air we breathe today, too much, too little exercise, whether you live a clean diet or not, certain medications. Wi-Fi, electromagnetic frequencies like 3G, 4G, 5G, the very device that we're watching and talking on this about this today. And in today's society, it's practically impossible to avoid it. So we have this natural process of oxidative stress already that happens biologically, but we're also in today's society massively accelerating the effects of oxidative stress by the lifestyles that we live. I mean, stress is also a massive increaser of oxidative stress, and how many of us are constantly living on the wheel, the rat race, and the stress of, you know, making it to the end of the day, end of the week, end of the month, and everything else that we do to juggle lives and careers and parenting today. So what happens with, you know, when oxidative stress is not controlled correctly, like it is in younger life, it affects every single system in your body. You know, every organ, every tissue that makes up every organ, that makes up every system, that makes us a human being is made up of cells. And when your cells are unable to function properly because they're overwhelmed by oxidative stress, it causes literally stress on the different areas of your body, your cardiovascular system, your skin, your organs, your joints, your cardiovascular system, your respiratory system, your brain, the way you think, you know, any degenerative health issue, there will be oxidative stress as an instigator behind it on a cellular level. It'll affect the immune system, your eyes, your eyesight, the way your hair ages, is all down to oxidative stress. Now, I do not want you to take my word for this. You can go to the National Library of Medicine. The website for it is pubmed.gov. Write it down, pubmed.gov. If you go to pubmed.gov, in the search bar, type in oxidative stress, and you will see there is literally hundreds, I think there's nearly quarter or over by now, 250,000 plus studies on the effects of oxidative stress. If you have an ailment that you're thinking, well, I wonder if it affects this, go to PubMed and type in oxidative stress and that issue and see what the National Library of Medicine throws up, because I think you'll find it quite interesting. Also, look at the little graph on the screen here. You'll see that in 1960s, there was pretty much no research. And then after the discovery of superoxide dismutase and the start of Nrf2 activation, look how many researchers now today are still being done and increasing levels on oxidative stress. It is something that they're learning more and more and more about the effects of every single day. Now, the exciting thing is for us, because it's quite depressing when you think about it, until LifeVantage, until Protandim Nrf2, there was no solution to effectively lower oxidative stress. The only thing known to people before Nrf2 was to take antioxidants or to eat a colorful diet, fruits and vegetables. By the way, I'm not going to tell you not to do that. You definitely still should. We're not trying to replace a healthy lifestyle with a tablet. No. But there is no amount of fruit and vegetables or vitamin tablets that you can take as an antioxidant to therapeutically lower oxidative stress, except for Protandim Nrf2. It is clinically proven to reduce oxidative stress on average by 40% in 30 days. Guys, we are talking about the #1 cause of degenerative health issues. It reduces that by 40% in just 30 days. It increases your body's own production of those enzymes that you used to produce in your early 20s, the ones that stopped you getting hangovers, that made you feel like jumping out of bed when you woke up in the morning. These enzymes that start to decline and you start feeling terrible in the morning and as tired as you went to bed in the evening, those switching off are a lot of the reason, and your body is switching, this product is switching naturally back on these enzymes in your body. If you don't, I've never heard of them before, which I wouldn't imagine most of you have unless you're a biochemist. Go and look up, write it down, superoxide dismutase. Go look up the benefits of it. Go look up the benefits of catalase. Go and look up glutathione, the master antioxidant in your body. It is essential for growth, for repair, for mental function. The only way you can effectively take glutathione is with an IV drip or an intramuscular injection. It is very expensive. And Protandim is less than £1.50 a day for you to take. It's incredibly affordable, and it's shown to increase your body's own production of glutathione, which is the most effective one, by 300%. It is the only dietary supplement that has been proven to extend life in a mice study. And that is also available on the National Institute of Health, pubmed.gov. It's all natural, 5 particular ingredients. When they're put together in a very safe, low ratio, in a patented formula, it is shown to trigger this pathway and have this effect on your body, dramatically reducing oxidative stress. As you can see in the graph on the right, as you see, oxidative stress goes up as you get older on a natural basis. But people taking Protandim have been shown to have the oxidative stress levels of a 20-year-old, whether they were 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. Their oxidative stress, if they're on Protandim, was reading of that of a 20-year-old. And that, my friends, is why this is such an incredibly exciting opportunity. We have an incredibly unique product that doesn't have competition. It is clinically proven over and over and over again to do what it says it does. And we have thousands and thousands and thousands of customers with anecdotal results showing the benefits of the product when we take it. It has been mentioned and published in many journals like the Free Radical Biology, the American Heart Association, the Aging Cell. It has also been reviewed and studied by many universities and institutes, Harvard University, American Heart Association, Ohio State University, the National Institute of Aging, you name it. So we are backed by science. All the proof, all the evidence is there for you. It is also patented. So nobody else can come and say, we do the same thing, we've got the same ingredients. It is protected, I believe, for at least another 20 years, which is very exciting. The Washington State University said that the activation of the Nrf2 pathway is potentially the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. And we have the only clinically proven nutritional supplement that is proven to do this. There are a couple of others that are prescription medications now, and they're only available for people with particular illnesses and have side effects because they're also synthetic and not natural. So I'm excited to bring this to you. Product is available in multiple countries all over the world. We're on a European call this evening, so you will find Protandim available, plus the cost of shipping, in the UK, Ireland, Spain, the Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, Austria, France, and Italy. And if there is one thing that I can say to you this evening, after watching this presentation, if there's one thing you can do is get this product and start taking it, get it in your body, start reducing your oxidative stress, and tell us the benefits of how you are feeling and reacting to it. because we have seen so many people's lives changed, their aches and pains gone away, their reduced anxiety, stress levels, they're sleeping better, their energy levels are through the roof like they used to be many years ago. And we're excited to help everybody in all of these countries understand the power of this product. Now, the company, before I move on to opportunity, I just want to tell you, we have now been able to take Nrf2 activation and engineer it into a multitude of different pathway products. So for example, we have been able to engineer Nrf2 into a topical application to treat your skin. We've also been able to put it into hair care systems and also be able to find other pathways in the body that we can upregulate. We're really excited to launch some new products this year. And also we have an Nrf2 CBD combination that will be launching in early 2020. The power of those two together is going to be very exciting. So how do you take an incredible opportunity of a unique product that's clinically backed, proven to do what it does, and has amazing results that people can feel, and turn that into a business opportunity for yourself? Well, LifeVantage is the perfect business model in my eyes. As I was saying to you before, for many years, as somebody who was an incredibly hardworking individual, I was always struggling to find the business model or the idea that I could go and use my ability and work ethic for myself. LifeVantage does that for you in a very, I wouldn't say easy way, but it makes it more attainable for the average person to be able to achieve extraordinary things that you probably wouldn't if you had to build this from the scratch and ground up for yourself. It's a business model that allows you to work from anywhere. You can work from a laptop. You know, I'm sat in my kitchen at my breakfast bar doing this presentation, but I could be on a balcony in Hawaii if COVID restrictions weren't in place, doing this presentation from there. I have horses. I can sit in the stable block or my car at the yard and do my business on my phone. So it is a business model that allows you to literally work from anywhere. I have a lot of people that I speak to that would like to move to Spain or retire and move to another country. And the great thing is you can take the business with you wherever you go and still be able to run that business in another country, which is incredible. It allows you to have a business that is a cloud business. It allows you to run it with minimal assets, no staff to pay, no office to run, and no inventory and stock to be able to manage and control either. How the business works is when you become a distributor, you get a LifeVantage website specifically assigned to you. You also get a LifeVantage app that gives you very up-to-date, including artificial intelligence, to be able to help monitor your business, help your customers, find new customers from your phone, which is really exciting. You could be here in the UK and maybe you've got an uncle in Spain or Australia or in Scotland and you're in London, and you can literally send that person to your website. They can order the product in their country's currency, pay for it online, and the company will ship the product to them in the country that they're at without you having to schlop to a post office, you know, take a money transaction from anybody. And the commissions for doing so go into your bank account. This is a modern day vehicle. The other great thing that I love about this business model is during the whole time of COVID-19 disruption, We have not had to close our business for one day. Not one day during the whole of COVID has one of our customers not been able to receive products because of COVID restrictions. We have not had any disruption, and we have not had to close our business for one single day, even in the very worst thick of it. Guys, if you're self-employed right now and you do not have a plan B for if and when this ever happens again, I question your sanity right now. But this is a very good solution to build a plan B, or maybe to become your plan A for the future, like I did. It's a very low entry cost. You can get started as a distributor from as low as £200, 300 euros, up to £1,000, just over that in euros. The person who invited you will go through those options with you. We use social sharing. So how much time are you spending on social media? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever it is that you spend your time, maybe YouTube even. How many hours are you spending on social media, or maybe watching TV or online streaming? And how many hours of that are you getting paid for? Well, LifeVantage allows you to spend that time online, but change the focus a little, make it strategic, and be paid for those hours that you're currently not being paid for. Our pay structure even allows us to be paid every single day or week or month. Every day I get a little notification on my app that says, congratulations, you've earned a daily bonus. And we also offer some really fun travel incentives and trips, and some other cool incentives as well as a company. So how do you make money as a LifeVantage distributor? Well, there's two pay periods for everybody. One is we get paid weekly, and the second is you get paid monthly. So the weekly pay is for the work that you do. So every time you enroll a new customer, you share the information with the product to somebody and they become a customer, you get paid. Every time you share the LifeVantage opportunity with somebody else, you get paid a nice bonus. And the second thing is, every time one of those customers or distributors or one of their customers for the rest of their time and life in the business orders anything, every month you get paid. You get paid commissions on that. You get paid, for example, let's just say, and you go out and you share the LifeVantage opportunity with John, and John goes out and makes £500 a month additional income. The company will check match you 10% of what John earns. They will give you a check match of 10% because you helped John find out about LifeVantage. You helped John get started in his business. You helped him be successful. So the company rewards you for that. And it doesn't come out of John's paycheck. They just check match you that 10%. On top of all of the other commissions. And when you become an elite distributor at Elite Pro 7, you earn a small percentage of the entire company's global profit every single month. We're a $250 million company, and that amounts to some pretty large bonuses. So what do you do as a distributor when you first get started, and how do you get yourself straight into profit mode and earning money? Well, there's a couple of different ways to do this. The first one is you want to go out and you want to find your first 5 customers as soon as possible. My first customers were my mum, my sister-in-law, and my best friend, I think. They were all begging me for it once I'd finished showing them what it does. Once you find your first 5 customers in 1 calendar month, you'll not only earn the commissions for all those referrals, but you'll also earn a really nice little additional bonus for doing so as well. Every single customer, as I said, you refer to LifeVantage and distributor, you make about 20 to 25% bonus commission. But what happens is, as you start to introduce distributors to LifeVantage and your team and your business starts to grow and develop, your organization is going to grow into a network of distribution for the product. So your distributor, if you look on the right, the little blue guy in the middle, he might have 10, 15 customers, and he may have a distributor that has 10, 15 customers, and you might have 10, 15 customers. So that's actually now 45 customers in your business every single month. And you get paid anywhere between 2 to 10% of that income. Let me give you a very simple breakdown of this. I used to be a rep, a field rep in a skincare industry, actually. And my territory used to be the northwest of England. I used to cover from Shropshire to Carlisle and over to West Yorkshire. And I had two main jobs. One was to open new accounts. Every time I did, I made a nice little bonus. And then every time, and then my other job was to make sure all of those accounts were thriving, they were happy, they were using our products. And I made a 1% commission of all the sales in that territory every single month. Now, guys, it wasn't a lot. I promise you, like the amount that used to go through, I used to make about £1,000 a month in commission on 1% of that territory of the Northwest. Well, here's the exciting thing about LifeVantage. Your territory is anywhere in the US, Japan, Mexico, Canada, Australia, Hong Kong, Thailand, the whole of the UK, the Netherlands, Germany, Ireland, Taiwan, Spain, Austria, Belgium, New Zealand. So imagine I used to make £1,000 a month when I had a tiny territory of the northwest of the UK, earning 1%. How much could you earn with a business that pays you between 2 to 10% with a territory that is this big, with now social media that allows you to connect with people anywhere in the world in the palm of your hand? So for this opportunity, if you're hungry, if you're coachable, if you're ready to learn how to do this, the opportunity is endless for those people. So how far can you take the LifeVantage distributorship? Well, there are people making anything from a couple of, 5, 10, 15, 20, couple of £100 a month. But there are people at Pro 3, which is a very low entry level distributor. They're making anywhere between £300 to £500 a month, and they're doing this on incredibly part-time basis. They've usually got full-time businesses, careers, or jobs that they're already running alongside LifeVantage. Just 50% of the way through, halfway through the compensation plan at LifeVantage, you're earning what would be an average income for most UK working people. And that is just halfway through the compensation plan. And then you have people that are elites and up that are earning more money than most people will ever earn in their working career. They're making six-figure incomes as full-time distributors like myself. So one of the biggest questions is, can I do this? Well, the first thing that you want to do is you need to speak to the person that invited you to take a look at this information. And you need to ask them, okay, get your questions answered. What do we do next? They'll explain the different ways of getting started. But one of the things people always ask is, am I going to be able to do this? Well, here's what I want to tell you. I didn't know how to do this when I came here. I had a very good mentor in my business partner, like you will, and with whoever you're joining with LifeVantage. And if they're new, if they're recent to LifeVantage, they're connected to somebody who's very experienced. So you are going to have incredible support. You're going to have the company giving you global customer support for you and your customers for any questions you have or issues that you need taken care of. You've got a very simple, easy to follow system that we're going to help put you through a system of training you into what to say, what to send, how to build your business. We have regular team meetings, training, which covers skill set, personal development, mindset, leadership. And you might be thinking, there is no way I could host a presentation like this. You don't need to, because there are leaders all over the UK and all the countries that we're in that run presentations like this every single evening. We do one every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You don't have to do the presentation. You can bring your people to these presentations to learn about this information. We will do it all for you and explain it until maybe one day you're like, I can do that. I can do that presentation. I'm comfortable now, but you don't need to be able to do this in the beginning. You just have to be good at encouraging people to come and take a look and why. And we also have incredible incentives, trips, perks, and just really great community of amazing people. This business attracts a certain type of person who is supportive, who is wants to see you and others win and thrive and be successful. So where do you go from here and how do you get started? Well, as I said, you want to get back to the person who invited you to the Level Up presentation this evening. You want to let them know what questions you've got or what information you need. At the very minimum, become a customer, get that Nrf2 activation in your body and get it working for you. And if you're the person that came here like I did 8 years ago, looking for a way to find another way to be able to make ends meet, to be able to just make some additional income, to have some more freedom, or a new challenge in your life, whatever it is that brought you here, or the person that invited you saw in you that thought you should take a look at this, you're ready to get started and join the team. Let them know. They will tell you exactly what to do next and maybe introduce you to somebody with more experience than they have so that we can get you the best support in helping you move forward with LifeVantage and starting your online business. So with that, guys, I am going to wrap up this evening's presentation, get back to the person who invited you, and I look forward to either hearing about your results on this product or welcoming you to the team and watching you thrive here at LifeVantage. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Good night. Have a wonderful evening.